Yo, what's up guys, it's me Jake here, and I know it's been quite a delay since my last videos, and if you're in my Discord server, which if you aren't already, you should go join my Discord server, the link's in the description below, so you definitely should, but I did say I was going to have a video out Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday this week, and as you can tell, that's quite a lie. Basically, I had plans that I completely forgot of, basically most of the week, and I also had to work. And I literally just got back from my first day of school, so I've been very busy this week, but I will say my upload schedule should be fixed by next week. August has just been so hectic for me, so I haven't been able to upload nearly as much as I would like to, but today I'm going to be doing my manga haul for August. I'm actually going to be starting off with a bunch more Japanese volumes, which I usually do at the end, but since I got so much in August, I thought that I would start off with the Japanese volumes. But yeah, let's just get straight into that. So, starting off the Japanese volumes, I have a series I actually have not read, and the only reason I have it is because the cover of the 5th volume that just came out and I don't have yet. And that is Little Bull 1 through 4. This is a baseball series, and this cover might explain why I picked that up. Does not actually have scans like anywhere, and the series definitely got canceled as it's only 5 volumes long. That's usually around the length of a series that gets canceled, but given a little bit more of an opportunity. So I think that this probably did get canceled. So I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I did pick this up because the girl's thick, I'll be very honest. Next up is a series I highly recommend, and I adore, even though it's very dark, gritty, and basically should not be shonen in my opinion because of the graphic content. And that is Jujika no Rokunin Volumes 1, 2, and 3, which is all that's currently out right now. I will say that Jujika no Rokunin is so underrated and underappreciated, as no one really talks about it, but as a series, it is fantastic. All the twists, all the turns are just so great, and the dark grittiness within this series just really pulls it along really well. The spines of these are really nice in my opinion. I really like the small little wording which you might be able to see that says Jujika no Rokunin, and I do really like the art style on the covers, how much it differs from the actual art style within the volume, which is this kind of art style. Hope you can see that well. It's kind of like that, but definitely highly recommend. I think it's like 50 chapters right now, so not that much, and you can easily catch up. So yeah, Jujika no Rokunin 1 through 3. Now I'm going to quickly go through a couple of the series I only got 1 volume of, such as Candy Flurry Volume 1. I don't recommend it. I'm only doing this because I'm picking up every series I read on scans that doesn't have English translations, physically in Japanese, and this is a volume that I did not like at all. I didn't like the series. Of course, it's not for me, but it could be for you, but I would not recommend it. Then a series I would recommend, Blue Box. It's an amazing rom-com sports series that did a really good first volume worth of sales, so this is probably going to be a keepsake in Jump for quite a while. I'm going to say it's probably going to last around 15 to 20 volumes and probably be finished around there, but they easily just could pull one on us and make it a very long series, and I hope it does stick around and keeps its continuity for super long, because I really do enjoy this series. Another one I got is actually in physical English translations, but the volume is just so clean that I had to get it. 2.5D Seduction. I will be picking this up in English when it does come out, because 7 Seas is printing this, but let me just show you the back. No more explanation needed. And the last one is such a wholesome rom-com that I highly recommend, as Don't Blush Sakimi-san. I don't know if I talked about this, but I definitely will in a future video about Jump Plus titles, because Jump Plus is just cranking out these amazing mangas recently, and this is definitely one of them. I really highly enjoy it, and I cannot wait to read more Don't Blush Sakimi-san. To continue on with the 1 volume trope I do have right now, I have Hard-Boiled Cop and Dolphin Volume 4, which I've yet to read Hard-Boiled Cop and Dolphin, but I really just want to support Tamura because he's a great manga and I liked Beelzebub, so that's the reason I picked that up. Then I have Elusive Samurai Volume 1, which is around exactly where I finished off when I was reading it digitally, is around Volume 1. Definitely have to continue it, and I know Volume 2 just came out, but I haven't picked it up yet, so I can't really say much. And a sports series I really enjoyed, but definitely got a rushed ending because it was canceled. Kowloon's Ball Parade, or Nine Dragons Ball Parade Volume 2. I really did enjoy this series, and I really hoped it would last longer, but of course it did get canceled. And one that shouldn't have gotten canceled at all, and this is the final volume of it, Phantom Seer Volume 4. It was such an amazing ride, and I think it had such high potential. I think Jump really cut it off mainly because they had so many Exorcist series inside of Jump, Jump Square, and Jump Plus at the time that they didn't really need another one, and that's why I feel like they cut this off so early, even though the sales were really good. But it's sad to see, but really enjoyed Phantom Seer, and I would recommend it. Now, a couple homies of mine will be super happy with this, but I did also pick up volumes 1 and 2, and I'm going to pick up volume 3 of it when it does come out, of Sakamoto Days. This is one of my favorite things ongoing in Jump currently, and with it doing well, I am so happy, as this series is so good. It reminds me of a Gintama in a way. I really did think it was a perfect series for what Jump needed inside the comedy department, as we were kind of lacking. Even though they had a lot of gag mangas and comedy mangas, we had a lack of actual good ones. And then when this one hit, I just knew that this was gonna be a banger, and I was not wrong. This thing just is so good. I highly recommend Sakamoto Days for those who have yet to read it, and these spines are great. And of course, Viz is translating this in spring 2022, I believe, is when they said it was going to be released, but I recommend checking it out on the Viz app or the Shonen Jump app, just because it's that good. Nothing else I have to say about Sakamoto Days. So, I have 2 series in my hand right now. I'm just going to put the other one over here, but the next one is actually an Exorcist series that is in Jump Square, and that is going to be the rest of Kimono Jihen that I was missing, which is 9 through 14. If you don't know, I'm a huge Kimono Jihen fan, and I was really hoping that in the spring 2022 announcements, we would have Kimono Jihen announced. But since we haven't, I have very low hopes of us ever getting English translations of Kimono Jihen, even though I love the series to death, and I just wanted to get these to support Sho Ayamoto. Not only that, did I get those to support Sho Ayamoto, I also got his 2-volume short story collection, and I don't even know what it's called or have yet to read it because it doesn't have scans, but god, there's a color page in one of these that is just so nice. And I need to show you guys because just how nice it is. This guy's art is fantastic. Like, this is one of the color pages. That's fantastic. And then the other one's a 2-page spread, which is the next one, which is so clean. Love the art by Sho Ayamoto, and I hope that Viz translate Kimono Jihen into English, just purely because of how good it is in my opinion, and how much people really don't read it. And I think that it could probably do well if people actually have the chance to read it physically, because it is such a banger, and I highly suggest reading it. Of course, I don't even think it's on the Viz app, so you kind of have to read scans of it, which kind of just takes away all the purpose of actually trying to support the manga. That's why I got these, but yeah, that's all I have to say about Sho Ayamoto Works, and on to the next one. Another series doing quite well in Jump, and I have the first 5 out of, I think, 9 volumes that are currently out right now, and that is Mission Yozakura Family. I read the first 2 volumes worth of this series, and I absolutely loved it. I just got so busy in the month of August that I couldn't really continue much of Mission Yozakura, but I did get the first 5, as volume 5 has my favorite cover in the whole series. This is just such a clean cover, and I really love the whole entire aesthetic of this volume. And yeah, I think these volumes look so clean in terms of spines, and the series alone is so good. I highly recommend it. It's very underrated, and it's a spy series. I know you might be saying, well, Jump spy series, why not just read Spy Family, yada yada yada. Highly recommend Yozakura Family, because it's not just a spy manga, it is also somewhat of a rom-com, so it's very different, I would say, and I think that is what makes me like it so much more, is how unique it really is. So yeah, love Mission Yozakura, and on to the next one. Now, the next Japanese series, and the last Japanese series I'm going to be showing off, I actually made a video on. Even though I made a video on a lot of those, I kind of just want to give them more of a spotlight, but this video I thought I did really well on, so card is going to be up here, and that is Shonen Abyss, or Boys Abyss. Really like this series, and I think that it's very mixed. People either love it or hate it, and a lot of people hate that I say I compare it to a Shuzo Oshimi work, even though it's not as good. I'm just saying the tone of it feels like a Shuzo Oshimi work, and the weirdness feels like a Shuzo Oshimi work. So don't roast me, because that's what I'm saying, and everyone doesn't make sense of it. So yes, that's all I really have to say about Boys Abyss, and on to the English manga that I'm finally going to show off in this video. Now, the first volume I'm going to be showing off is a Viz series, and that is Komi Can't Communicate, Volume 14. I've yet to catch up to this, so I can't really say much. I've only read the first 2 volumes, but I know I'm liking Komi so far. I know I'll continue liking it, as it's really interesting and really different, and I really like how it's doing really well in Japan. So I'm happy to see that, and I cannot wait to see this anime, because the animation from the trailer looks beautiful. It just looks so gorgeous. So I cannot wait to see Komi's anime. Oh my god, I can't speak. I cannot wait to actually continue this as well, as it was really good from what I was reading, but of course, this whole month I've been just super busy and basically only like focusing on comics really, so I'm gonna do a comic haul probably in another video, probably next week, but that's all I have to say for Komi, and on to the next one. Another one I have yet to be able to read, but that is Nora, The Last Chronicle of Devildom, 1 through 4, and then 6 and 7. So I'm missing 3 volumes of this. I'm missing 5, 8, and 9. So yeah, 3 volumes of this. I got it because it's a classic Shonen Jump series, and I've been trying to get into it, but I haven't been able to find a good pricing on it. So I just saw this at a local comic book store for a pretty good price, and it was buy one, get one half off. So I decided, you know what? Today's the day I buy most of Nora, and I did, and I'm really happy that I did, as these spines look so nice. I cannot wait to see what I think about the series, because it looks like really interesting to me, and I like more Exorcist and Devil series, even though I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm a Satanist because I like Devil series, but you know what I mean. I think it's interesting, and I think that this might be something kind of around those lines, so I hope it is like that so I can actually enjoy it more. If it's not, I probably will enjoy it still because the art style is really interesting to me and kind of reminds me of a little bit of a worse Takeshi Obata art style, if you can see that yourself, or kind of like a mix of Takeshi Obata and Rumiko Takahashi in terms of their character design. That's just how I see it, which is a very weird comparison, but that's how I see it, and I really do enjoy that kind of art style, and I cannot wait to get into this. But yeah, that's all I have to say for Nora, the final Chronicle of Devildom or whatever. And finally, to round out a series I've been waiting to finish for so long, The Promised Neverland, Volume 20. This is one of the thickest volumes of Promised Neverland, and I've been waiting for this volume to come out just so I can finish the series for a while now, because I stopped reading it around volume 14, 15. I think that's around where I stopped. It was right around the end of Goldie Pond, going into the next arc, as they go up to a tree. If you've read it, you know what I'm saying, where they go into the tree. But that's where I left off, and I can't wait to reread what I did read, and then continue where I left off, because I'm not going to just continue with volume 14 or 15 where I left off. I'm going to reread the whole series, as this has a chance of breaking into my top 10, purely because of Goldie Pond and Gracefield arcs by themselves. It's just I want to see how the ending is handled, and if it can move even higher up into my top 10, purely because I love the series that much. Of course, I don't think Emma is the best protagonist, and I think Ray and Norman are just better characters overall, but I do think it is quite a unique experience and a very unique shonen manga from what I did read, so I cannot wait to get into this and into the rest of The Promised Neverland. The next volume I did get is one volume I got at the comic book store I was talking about earlier, and that is D. Gray Man Volume 7. It was also for a good price on that buy one, get one half off sale, so I decided, why not just buy this, because I wanted to get into D. Gray Man. I definitely need a lot more volumes. I actually need 25 more volumes to actually complete my set, because I only have volumes 1 and 7, so hopefully I can find the rest, even though it's really hard to find right now. So Viz, please reprint D. Gray Man, and give me some. Just please, that's all I really want, because I really love that volume 1. It's one of my favorite volume 1s out there, and I really just love Exorcist series, so I know I'm just going to enjoy the ever-living crap out of D. Gray Man, and I'm probably going to put it in my top 10 as well, as I hear Alan Walker's development is literally insane, so I want to get into this more, and I want to read more of it, so please, Viz, just please reprint it. Now, I'm going to keep this in one clip, but the next one I'm not going to be able to, because I got too many volumes of it. Today, I am trying to complete a set series that is pretty hard to find right now, and it's been hard to find for a while, but I did get quite a few volumes, and now I'm around halfway done with completing that series. That is Slam Dunk. I got volumes 4, I got volumes 6, 7, 8, 14, 15, 16, 18, 21, Sakuragi looking like a beast on that one, 23, my favorite cover probably, 26, this one or the next one I'm going to show off are probably my favorite covers, 26, such a nice cover in my opinion, so underrated, 27, and this is the final one I did get this month, and this cover is also just sick. Slam Dunk covers are always amazing, I feel, but those two are just amazing in my eyes, and this is how many volumes I got. I think I got like 16 or 10 or something of this series. We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 volumes of the series, and I already had 4, so I'm around 15-ish. So 15, 16, I should say. And I'm about halfway with this, done with the series then. I cannot wait to complete it because I hear so many good things, and this will probably be my second favorite sports series of all time, because I don't think it's beating Ace of the Diamonds in my eyes, but God, I just cannot wait to finish Slam Dunk. It's been such a long journey since I started actually collecting Slam Dunk, so I'm really excited to get more of it. Another iconic Shonen Jump sports series I did get this month, I got like 25 volumes of it, because I got all I could, and that is iShield 21. I got volumes 2. I got none of the rare volumes, by the way, so I say I got 25 volumes, but it's nothing that's too hard to find. 5, 6. Now my favorite cover probably of this series is going to be the next one. That's 7, because Yusuke Murata's like shading on this volume is so clean. I love that volume. Then we have 8, 9 as well. We have volume 10. Let me just get this real fast. Volume 10. 11. This one's a little bit water damaged. It's kind of annoying, but not much I can do. It's nothing insane. It'll be fine on the shelf, but 11. 12. And then we have 15, which I didn't even know was volume 15 for so long, because volume 15 is literally in like the top left. But yeah, it looks really nice. Then we have volume 16. Another amazing cover, which is 17. 17's cover is also dope. I still think 7 has my favorite cover, but yeah, that's just me. 18. And then 19. That's the last I have of this. Wait, no, never mind. 19 and 20. This is the last one I have in this batch I have in my hand. I do have another like 5 volumes we do have to show off, so let me just get those real fast. Now to show off the rest, I have volume 21. Ironic because iShield 21, you know, sound like 21 Savage there. 22. 23. We have a big skip to 27. And then 28, which when I first saw this volume, I was like, they made Overwatch before they made Overwatch. That's McCree. 28. I have 31. Really nice shading on that volume too. 32. Whoop. 33. 34. And the last in regular Shonen Jump Viz size I have, volume 37. I've been wanting iShield for a while as well, but iShield has been near impossible to find as of lately, just like Slam Dunk, so slowly been trying to collect it. Found a huge, nice lot for a good price. Really happy with the condition of it, which almost all of them are like basically pearly white, and only that one was a little bit damaged, so I'm not that mad about it. So really excited to get into iShield, but I am missing around 12 volumes, so hopefully I can round out that series pretty easily. But of course, the 12 volumes I'm missing are probably the hardest volumes you can find of iShield, so not much I can do there, but hopefully I can find them in the future. And let's just get on to the next volumes I have. Now, I'm only now missing 3 volumes of the series, which I could have easily gotten, but stupid old Jake didn't pick them up when he went to the comic store, and that is going to be 2 and 13 of Beastars. I'm now missing volumes 1, 5, and 7 of Beastars, and that will be rounding out the rest of Beastars. Once I get those, I'll have all complete of Beastars. So if you have to read this, but of course I watched the anime, and Beastars was amazing. I loved the anime. If you have to watch season 2, but I want to read up to dates before I actually get into season 2, because I just hear it's insane, and I really just loved the series, so hopefully I love the manga just as much, and I cannot wait to pick up the last 3 volumes that I do need to finish out the series. Now, the next and last seg I do have is going to be Asadora Volume 3. I need to read Volume 2 before I can read this, but I haven't read it yet. Of course, I don't know when this actually comes out, because I just found it in the bookstore, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't think this is out yet, so I picked it up. But I easily could be wrong, and this could have been out for a while, because I haven't been looking at when things come out recently, which is very stupid of me, because I usually do, but I haven't been, and I cannot wait to get into this volume, and I cannot wait to get into more Asadora, as I've only read 1 volume, and I really did enjoy Volume 1. It just was a pretty slow start to the series, but that's every Naoki Urasawa work. It takes a little bit to build up, and then once it builds up, it becomes really good. But I can see this one being quite longer than his other works, being around like 25 volumes instead of like the average 18 volumes that he usually makes, even though 20th Century Boys was 24 technically, with 21st Century Boys being 2 and then 22 in the main series. But I think this will be his longest series, in my opinion, but I don't know yet. We have yet to see anything, as the Japanese volumes are only up to 6 or 7, I believe, so can't really say much about Asadora, but hopefully it goes long enough, and hopefully I like this as it goes on, but of course I have no idea. So let's get into my last, I think, 2 series I have to show off. Now, these last 2 volumes are the last 2 volumes, and they're the only 2 volumes that aren't Viz or Japanese that I picked up this month. That's going to be for Kodansha, Blue Period Volume 4. Mine is a little bit dirty, if you can see that, but Blue Period, man, is fantastic. I've been letting a couple of volumes kind of come out, so build up, because I read the first 2, loved it. Amazing manga. I enjoy it so much. I love Yamaguchi. I love all the characters around him, and I'm gonna wait till there's 6 probably volumes to come out, reread the first 2, and just binge through the rest, as I think I could easily do that with this series because of how much I do love this series. And just come on, these backs and these spines are just so clean on the shelf. They're just needed, and this series is highly recommended for me if you have yet to read it. Even if you don't like painting, I didn't either. The first half of the first volume is a lot of build-up and learning about the kind of basics of painting, but once you get past that, it becomes so good, and I highly recommend Blue Period. Now, for the last volume I picked up this month, that's going to be Xeros Volume 2, or Super Xeros. Yet to actually read the second volume. I read the first one, and it was exactly what I expected from watching the first episode of the anime. It was the etch fest that I actually just knew it was coming. It's just such an etchy fest, and even the back cover kind of sells that. Cannot wait to actually get more of this. I think Volume 3 just came out, if I'm not mistaken, but I didn't get it yet. But I did like Volume 1, and I kind of wait to get into more of it, but of course it's very etchy, so very much have to say you should probably be a little older for this series. You shouldn't be like 12 reading this. You should probably be around 16 reading this, but I'm not gonna, whatever floats your boat, floats your boat. I'm just gonna say that, but yeah, that's going to be Super Xeros Volume 2, and that's it for this video. That's all I got in the month of August. That's going to be around, like, I think 50, 60 volumes I picked up this month, which is quite a big haul, and I'm super happy I could finally show it off to you guys, as I haven't been able to do much this month, and a lot of my videos are going to start popping up a lot more in September, as I'm going to have a lot more time this month than I did last month, as school is going to take a lot of my hours out of my work schedule, and I'm going to be able to actually upload because I've been working a lot, basically near full-time to basically full-time every week, so I just haven't had enough time and energy to actually put into making videos, but here I am now making video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video too. I think that's all I had to say. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Peace!